They never taught you how powerful you really are. Not in school, not at home, not in the noise of the world that sells you doubt. Packaged as advice, they never told you that your mind is a forge and every thought is a spark, that with the right focus you could mold your reality in fire and steel. Instead, they trained you to conform, to obey, to hesitate, to wait for permission that never comes. But here's the truth most never realize. Success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by becoming the person who deserves it. And that process, that transformation, it begins in one place, your mind. The battlefield is not out there, it's in here. Victory doesn't begin with opportunity. It begins with belief. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That wasn't a clever phrase. It was a formula, and most people never decode it. The people who rise, who build empires, who turn impossible visions into global legacies. They don't wait for the world to change. They train their mind until they become the change. Look at Carnegie, who saw steel not as a product but a revolution. Look at Edison, who failed 10,000 times and called it progress. Look at Oprah, who turned pain into power and rewrote the blueprint for influence. These weren't chosen ones. They were forged through thought, belief, and unshakable vision. The masses live like passengers, eyes on the road, hands off the wheel. But the rare ones, they build the vehicle, set the destination, and burn the map. So ask yourself, have you truly trained your mind? Or have you been trained by the noise? Because here's what they won't tell you. Every thought is either building your future or burying it. If your mind is undisciplined, your potential is a loaded weapon aimed backwards. Success begins the moment you take full ownership of your inner world. It doesn't matter where you started. It matters what you repeat. You don't rise by luck. You rise by alignment of thought, of word, of relentless action. But alignment requires clarity, and clarity requires silence. Most people are too distracted to ever hear the voice inside them that's been screaming, "There's more in you!" To train your mind, you must step outside the noise. Stop scrolling. Stop reacting. Stop consuming mental junk food that keeps your soul starving. Discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. And your mind? It is the gatekeeper of your destiny. What are you feeding it? What are you rehearsing every day? Because whether you realize it or not, you're always training your mind, either for greatness or for mediocrity. And the habits of thought you indulge become the architecture of your results. You say you want success, but are you mentally rehearsing resilience or excuses? You say you want greatness, but are you visualizing victory or defeat? The mind doesn't care what's true. It cares what's repeated. This is how belief is born, not from facts, but from repetition soaked in emotion. The world doesn't bend to talent. It bends to conviction. You don't get what you kinda want. You get what you refuse to be denied. And that requires a trained mind. One that obeys you, not the other way around. Let me tell you what the greats know. You don't need more time. You need more intensity. You don't need more motivation. You need more identity. Success is not what you do. It's who you are when no one's watching. So train like it. Think like it. Speak like it. Stop treating your mind like a storage unit for pain, failure, and fear. It's a temple. It's a gym. It's the command center of your future empire. But like any muscle, it only grows under resistance. So embrace the struggle. Embrace the repetition. Embrace the silence that no one sees. Because that's where power is born. You see, thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become standards. Standards become rituals. And rituals become reality. But it all starts with the thought you allow to live in your mind. Let the wrong ones stay too long, and they'll turn into chains. Let the right ones take root, and they'll turn into wings.